So this is a tune that I was having a bit of a hard time coming up with a title for, and played it for my sister, and she liked it quite a bit, so figured I'd dedicate it to her. And so I call it Heather's Song. Her name is Sarah, though, so... That's actually a good question, because on my new album I actually have a song with a guitar pick. I almost always use my fingers to play guitar, just because I like being able to be a bit more polyphonic and grabbing chords and things while I'm playing. But on the new album I have a song called Never Grow Old, where I actually flat pick. So yeah. Any other questions or anything on Heather's Song, or anything in particular? Not one. Yeah. With my right. Oh, on that tune there. I like to add percussive stuff, like, in drifting. Obviously, I was hitting the guitar quite a bit, but on this tune, I do some percussive things against the guitar strings. Get these kind of click sounds. And it's all just kind of bending your wrist and hitting it right against the strings. And a lot of times what I'll also do along with that is open my fingers to strum the strings and click pretty much with my thumb against the bass strings. It's like that. So that's going on in there, and then there's the harmonic part up here. Just holding a harmonica with the pinky there. So that's one of the main things with that tune, is getting that percussive click and just kind of a driving beat. Yeah. Cool? Yeah. This is actually, it's normally on a baritone guitar, like I mentioned, but if I do it on standard guitar, it's actually in standard tuning. So you can get your old G, C, all that stuff, just like normal. So. Do you have a question too? Yeah.
Did you ever try to play any of that stuff on electric guitar?
Actually, I did write Heather's song on an electric guitar, on a Dan Electro baritone guitar, because that was the first baritone guitar I ever had. But, obviously, tunes like Drifting and stuff don't work so well on electric guitar because of the hollow, body definitely helps with the percussion on the acoustic guitar. So, but sometimes I used to play a lot of electric guitar. I was really into bands and still do like a lot of bands like Dream Theater and Metallica and stuff like that. So so still like to, when I'm at home, maybe play along with the Dream Theater album or something. So got the Dream Theater contingency here today. But but I do compose mostly on acoustic guitar, and I also play something called a harp guitar, which is this crazy thing, like an acoustic guitar with extra harp strings above it, 6 harp strings. But yeah, all right. Any other questions or anything? Yeah. Yeah, it's actually I get sort of inspiration from altered tunings, and sometimes I'll take like a chord that I like in standard tuning, and then find a way to put those intervals into an open tuning, and then just begin experimenting. So that's one way I go about it. Sometimes I'll find new tunings from other guitar players that I haven't tried, check it out, and start playing in that tuning, see what happens, what comes up. But I do know some music theory, like chord construction and scales and modes and things, but when I put it in these altered tunings, it's kind of nice for me. I really like it because it's kind of like you're throwing away all the stuff you already know, like the chord shapes that you've been relying on, or the scale patterns you already know, and it's kind of like a new instrument a little bit, so you get to just experiment and see what happens. So that's kind of how I go about it. I usually come up with like a riff or an idea, and then I hear melodic stuff that should go over the top and find a way to play it together. So yeah. No, yeah, it's when I record, it's just solo guitar usually. On the new album, I do have extra instrumentation on a couple songs. Actually, I've branched out a little bit. It has like cello on a tune and some drums and bass on another tune, but most of it's still just solo guitar and harp guitar stuff. Yeah, like MIDI on a couple of them, but the drums are real. But I didn't play those. It's the guy from like Saturday Night Live band and Sheryl Crow band. He actually threw down the drums. So Sean Pelton, I think is his name, right? Yeah. So yeah.